Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for the Daily Truth, the truth in 5 minutes or less. I'm again a hair late this morning. The dogs in the bed and all the things are so adorable. Anyways, guys, do me a favor, like this video, share this video, do all the things with this video. I hope everybody's having a great second half of the week. I hope the morning has started off well. I want to get into something that is, I guess, minorly a preview for a show that's going to be going tonight. I taped it. I filmed it yesterday with Lindsey Graham, the Patriot Barbie, and Kendall in Kentucky. Kendall. We had a whole show talking about their experience on the podcast, the Whatever podcast, which many people who watch this probably will recognize it. It's the people at a table and they talk and they get like these gotcha moments, and they bring on people from the opposite side. And now I feel dirty. I'm not gonna lie. I feel dirty that I have been watching those clips and thinking that they are entertaining, because I realized that this is typically, which, give them credit, this is like a 6 to 8 hour show. And they kind of break people down throughout. And I watched the conversation, and there were some points. I watched most, I would say I watched a little less than half of the 6.5 hours. And then I got a bunch of clips from them to play. But there was one part where, first off, it's very degrading. And I don't want to be like the whole, poor feminist, poor woman or anything like that. They can hold their own. But this show is very controlled. Their contract is very controlling that they have on their guests. But the ultimate part that I saw that I wanted to talk about, and why this is the daily truth for today, is there was a conversation about tone. And one of the women, it might have been Lindsay, even said, it's about the way that you talk to us. It's your tone. And the guy goes, "Oh, I got the tone police. The women are coming with their tone police." And he's doing that voice. And the voice before it was very demonstrative. It was very mean. It was very thing. And I'll never forget the way my dad stopped swearing for a long period of time. But there was one word that he would still say, which was the word bitch. And the way that he would say it was like battery acid. It was worse than any other swear word you could possibly imagine. There was something about it because of the tone. And he pretty much was implying that if I have to watch my tone, or if the tone police are here, then we're not really having a real conversation. And in fact, that couldn't be any more wrong. And it's not because we live in a padded room and we're all delicate and it's 2024. No, it's the come from. It's the same reason why people always wonder how I can get away with saying things to people that other people would immediately be canceled for, or people would hate, or whatever it is. It's because my tone and my come from are a little bit different. It's open. It's how you actually can have a conversation. It's how certain comedians get away with certain things that other comedians don't get away with. Tone is important. It's an overriding concept of come from. When the person is telling somebody, and maybe they want to, look, I don't think these guys, now that I learn more about the show and have watched more clips and more parts, I don't think they actually want to have a productive conversation. They don't want to unite anybody. They're just two of one's Christian, one's not, in between these guys, and one's a regular guest, but he's not really a host. Their concept is to not make the world a better place. Their concept is to have a show, a dating show, and to have constant clips to make fun of people that are different than them. And look, you've seen me. I will go ham on people that are on the opposite side. But if I beg for conversation. And if I'm in a conversation with them, I know that there's nothing productive that's going to happen by me degrading, slamming, and having a heavy tone that's demeaning, demonstrative, condescending throughout. It's just the same ways when you have conversations with your significant other or whomever it is. Once the tone changes, everything changes. We have this conversation. I'm sure a lot of the people in this chat, people watching this, have the same conversations. Watch your tone. And it's not somebody bossing you around. It's simply saying I thought that you meant something different because of how harsh your tone was. So if I could give a secret, if I could give a little help, the truth is your tone matters. The truth is, if you want to have a productive conversation, I don't know, just maybe think twice about the way words come out of your mouth. And hopefully that will allow you to have a better conversation and actually create change in whatever you're trying to create change in. So tonight, I encourage you, to watch on the Truth Will Set You Free channel specifically. I know I have this on all 8 of my channels, which is why all the viewership spread apart. But I encourage you to watch. We did an hour with Lindsey and Kendall in Kentucky talking about that experience and giving them a chance to speak. They were sharing really good, during the show. They actually shared, not during my show, but even during whatever podcast, they shared some really intimate details of some stories and how they've become better Christians and how they've created change. And they were slammed for it just because they went through human things. Nobody's perfect. Let's remember that when we start our sentences and we have our tone. So check that out. And again, if you want to learn more about speaking, I wish these guys, I don't think these guys care, but they'd be great to learn a thing or two. We had a great class last night. Thanks for everybody that joined. Free webinar. We'll do it again next Wednesday. So just go to Double Down, and it keeps getting better each week now that I'm fine-tuning it all. doubledownspeaking.com. Again, that's doubledownspeaking.com. Hopefully I'll see y'all next week on that. Tomorrow, it's Felt Hat Friday. Let's kick the tires, light the fires. I will see you then. God bless, and remember, don't surrender your pets. Don't be a garbage human.